Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 0-1 of 1 back again, and we are back in Satisfactory. And you'll notice that we're on a slightly different update here, and that is because we actually have this one completed. We got all the stuff on there, and all we got to do is just, you know, turn it in. So we might as well just do that, right?
Bam.
Alright, so there is our train. We now have a train. So that's good. We can use that for also, you know, moving things from place to place, and then I also really want to put it up on our, can't see it from here, but up on that. So that way we can, you know, look at stuff and do stuff. And it'll be fun. Alright, but that is all of Tier 5 done. So now, we just gotta keep working on this. Oh, this one is done? Wait, it's not gonna let me set this, is it? There's no way. Did they fix that? Okay. So apparently you can complete other ones without having to wait for the thing to come back? Or maybe that only happens if you already complete it before sending the first one off, and then you have multiple ones that are already complete, and so it doesn't register as... That could be what it is. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so after the live last night, I let it run for a little while, so I could, you know, get all that stuff out here, which is why I've got, you know... sorry, let me... Okay, well, I've got a bunch of stuff over here already. And this took subs. Oh wow, we have 82? Dude. I didn't realize I had that many. Alright, and then I just need to find some steel. And as I said, I did let this run for a while, so all I should need to do is just go down to here. And then... Oh, you know what? That's probably going to be down below already. Probably. Oh, no. Okay, so there's a little bit more steel. Okay, good. And I think if I go all the way under, we should find that, well, actually, no, yeah, the, steel should be backed up, inside the, assemblers down there. Constructors, assemblers, whatever they're called. I don't know. We should have, like, a better name for these things, you know what I mean? Alright, so what have we got? We have 3 here. We have 200 here. Okay, so that gives me 390. I need 410. So just 10 more of these things. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Wait, no, 20. Yeah, because we need 410, right? 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Okay, so that should get us to our advanced ore processing. And then we already unlocked the other ones, so we should have some stuff able to be made. So I think Invar? Okay, no, we still don't have that yet. Okay. Okay, I mean, it's fine. We just gotta wait for the pod to come back, and then we can send this off, unlock the ore processing, and then I think that unlocks Invar, which is something we're gonna need. But then I might have to redo a bunch of stuff or make a completely new factory just to kind of handle that. I don't want to make this factory too big because we will actually start slowing down even my system if it gets too big. And right now this is big. And it's not going to let me, yeah, fill that out. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Actually, hang on. Let me take a look at this stuff. Okay, so that gives us crushed iron, sulfuric acid. Okay. Then hydrochloric acid. Crushed deuterium, crushed tin, crushed copper, crushed iron. I don't know where all that comes from. And then quartz crystals, which I already have as well. Unless that's just for sorting more stuff. I don't know. Yeah, so sulfur and water can make sulfuric acid. And then hydrochloric acid is used for cleaning crystals. Interesting. But yeah, so that's done already. And then advanced ore processing will allow us to get the ore washer. And then we get purified nickel, purified cobalt, and purified iron. Okay. And then we can capture oxygen, which is different from air, I believe. Then methane, of course, and oxyhydrogen is when you mix this with hydrogen somehow. I'm sure there's going to be like a whole process for it. And then the advanced alloys, which requires the purified cobalt, nickel, and deuterium. But this is what we need to make the cobalt and the invar. So that'll be our next thing. Then I got to figure out how to do all that. And then once I have the cobalt, and I think that's invar, yeah, invar plates, then we can unlock this and get our Mark II stuff, which will be good. And then a Mark III wind turbine, which is interesting. That thing must be a lot bigger than what it looks like right there. Okay. And then we have our Fix-It Assembly Project Part 2, and we have to try to make those things, which is going to be, well, something. And then what else do we need over here? It's not going to let me look at it. Okay. I think we need cobalt plates, I think, as one of the next items. Okami, welcome. Okami says, good evening. Good evening to you too. And packaged hydrochloric acid, okay. Yes, so we've already got all of our solder wire done. This I just have to connect up and let it, you know, print for a while, and that should be fine. The modular engine and the adaptive control unit, however, are going to be probably really difficult. But we'll see. Yeah, alright. And then, dude, I don't even know what we're gonna have to do next, or how to get whatever it is that we're gonna need to get, because like somehow I need to get purified ores, right? So how do I get the purified ores? That's my question. If we go here, purified. Okay, so we can already get some purified stuff, and that's made in the fluid conditioner after feeding it dirty water. Dirty water and lime dust. So where do we get dirty water from? Huh. Yeah, we don't know yet. Somehow we get it. I think that's going to happen when we start pumping water into our crushers or sorters. Is it the sorters or the crushers? One of those two has a liquid input, so I'm guessing we're going to have to pump some water into it. Question mark? I don't know. Alright, so another 2.5 minutes until that comes back, and then we should be able to unlock that fairly quickly. Wish I could actually see what this thing is. Okay, so we have an ore washer. With a supply of acids and water, this machine can process crushed metals into pure metals. Dirty water can in turn be used to extract new metals through a cleaning process. Charles, welcome. Alright, so then we're going to have to use this ore washer then, which is going to require a lot of water. And also crushed metals. So we're going to have to run it through the crusher, and then the sorter, and then we take those crushed things, run it through an ore washer, which we have to supply with hydrochloric acid, which I can make from the crushed stone, because you get, once you run that through the fluid conditioner, you get sulfur as one of the byproducts. So I can make sulfur, and then sulfuric acid by mixing it with the water, which I'd still have to supply. And then, oh wait, no, that's the slag. Slag has to go. Wait, so then do I have to like liquefy the metals? No, that's not right. This is confusing. But then this is just to like start the ore processing. Like we still need to get the advanced alloys just to like unlock that stuff. And then our pipeline Mark III allows 450 cubic meters of fluid per minute. So that would be good. Put more stuff in it. But that requires 1,000 invar. I mean, rubber I've got, the screws I've got, but the invar I don't. Well, another 35 seconds, and that should be back. Okay, so it just re-entered the atmosphere. And now it's coming down. And now it's hovering. Now it's attempting to move into place. And now land. And then drop. Done. Okay. Oh, right, I need the brass too. I forgot to get the brass. And then also computers. So that's all of that, and then I need another 700 brass. Charles says, for some reason, Discord is still being a challenge. Want to post that PID here, or the math for it, or post it on one of your Vulcan vids? Whatever you want, Charles. I mean, Discord would probably be better, because then other people can look at it too, and they don't necessarily have to watch, you know, an entire video just to see it. Or click on the video to see it, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, you do you. I don't care. Whatever you want. Okay, so we should have a ton of brass. Okay, so we do have a ton of brass. And this is not going anywhere because I turned all of that off so I can get more brass. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do here... I mean, I'd have to go up there to get the brass. And I still need like 700, so it's got to refill like 6 times. Seems like a lot. Okay. Oh, we're not even all the way producing yet. That sucks. Okay, so then what is holding up the brass? Because I need brass, man. I thought I was making brass over here. Oh no, I'm making bronze over here. And the brass, I was just supplying it via the plates. Okay. Okay. I need more brass. And for whatever reason, the brass production that I've got is not doing a whole lot. Now, let's see. Brass is going to require copper and iron. Let's go over to our space elevator part area, and we'll see about getting more of the stuff over there. Because I don't know if I'm making brass over there. I think I'm making bronze over there. But I mean, I've got all the stuff over there to make brass. I just have to, you know, get it. And it's been a while since I've been over here, so, you know, might as well get it going, right? Alright, so we have all the stuff coming out through here. At least we should. No, it's all there. Okay, good. And then all of that is getting sent, well, some of it's getting sent up there. A lot of it is getting sent down here for further processing. And then all the crushed stone is going, well, this is one of the places where it's being fed, but also is going into here where it's getting synced. Okay, so if we take a look here. Okay, so this is all crushed iron right here. Okay. And what else do we have over here? That's crushed rubite. Hold on, let me think. Where do we have other nodes that we could set up a new brass area? Okay, so that's all. We got plenty of that. Okay, but why is it not going out? Oh wait, no, it is. Okay. I just can't see it because it's too far down. And then, let's see, and then this is our slag coming in. Okay, so that's all of that stuff going over to there. Okay, so that's our crushed copper. And then crushed copper is going over into here, so we're gonna have to grab some of it off of here and make some brass with it. That'll be interesting. I mean, I've got room here, so we might as well kind of grab what we can and send it up. Yeah, this is making, yeah, just copper. Okay. A lot of that's getting sent over there. Apparently we're not making zinc anymore. What's going on with that? Oh, maybe because the copper's backed up. That's probably what's going on. Okay. And then we've got molten copper over there, where it's being turned into the bars, which is then going that way. Okay. Let's see. And that is biological water over there, so not really anything I can use. But we have a lot of space here, like on top of this area. So I'm thinking I kind of want to use this area. So let me see what I can do. I know that we have, yes, some of these frame walls. So I'm going to put some of these on here. And then this is just to kind of, I don't know, bring the area up, I guess. And we'll run it over to here. And then maybe over to here. Alright, and then from here, let's do another row. Just bring it up a little bit more. Alright, and then from here, we're going to throw a wall up on top because that's going to be where our floor is. Alright, and then we can take some of these. Although I kind of want to use, I can use these and make things a bit more interesting, potentially. But first off, let's just get some of these in here. And we'll put this kind of like around the edge. Because, I mean, like up here, I don't really care too much. But over this area here, I still want to have glass in here. So what we'll do is we'll run this all glass. Kind of like what we did here. And then that is, oh, that's not even the glass frames. That's glass roof. Okay, well, let's replace this with the frames. Because I think they're going to look better. I think I put the roof in here because I didn't have the frames yet. Yeah. Then we can put that over here. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks better. Alright, so then we have that. Good. And then we have to do the same thing up here, going all the way out to the end here. I feel like that's out too far, though. Yeah. And then this can go this way. We'll run that out that way. Where do I take this off and leave it like that? I think we do that. Okay. Charles says, okay, there's 3 math equations to the program. First, you'll need 1 volume pump, 2 pipe analyzers. On the input side, it's simple total moles divided by volume. That's moles per liter, aka R15. Second is moles needed. That's N equals PV times RT. P is the pressure, V is volume, R is the gas constant, which is 8.3144, etc., temperature in kelvins. Okay. And then, Charles, keep in mind, like, if you post it here, it's not going to be saved anywhere else, because once this goes live, no one's going to be able to read the chat, right? So it might be better to put it somewhere, if you want other people to read it, of course. If you just want me to read it, you know, you can put it here. But if you want other people to read it too, I would put it somewhere where it'll actually stay. You know what I mean? What is supposed to be in here? Slag? Okay. Alright, so then this doesn't necessarily need to be here. We could run it down, maybe? Charles said that's why I asked here or Vulcanvid, and I said whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, if you put it here, no one else is going to be able to read it once this video goes, or once the stream is complete. So that's, like whatever you want to do. Like, if you want to put it here and have it disappear forever, I mean, fine. You do you. But I'm just saying. Alright, and then, let's see, we're going to need this to go over to here. And that fits, like, right in the corner. That's nice. I'm kind of okay with that. Alright, sweet. Okay, so now I need to get some copper up here. I also need to get some... Wait, is it molten? No, I need the molten copper up there. I also need the molten zinc up there. So I'm going to have to borrow off of this and run that up. Well, that's going to complicate things. Because I'm also going to need the molten zinc, which is coming out of somewhere. It's going down that way. Oh, that's running right under here. Okay. So we can run that straight up. That's fine. Alright, now where do I want to put this so that way I can kind of get this out of the way, sort of. I think like here would be good. If that's above that, looks like it is. Alright. So I think this is where our zinc is. Yeah, okay. So if we can pull the zinc off of there, which I don't know if we're going to be able to. I don't think I'm going to have enough zinc. Or I could just grab the crushed zinc and run that up and then just leave this as is. Now I can kind of don't have to worry about it so much. And I think that's both of these. So I think zinc goes up here and copper goes up there. So I would need to figure out how to split this off. And that goes out on the outside over to the zinc here. Okay, so I do have a splitter here, but that doesn't really help me too much. And I have splitters here and here for the other stuff. Or I can go somewhere else completely where I don't have to worry about taking away from anything else. So I'm thinking like over here would be a good spot. It's got plenty of iron and copper nodes and rubite nodes in there. But it's kind of far away. Now I also have some iron over in here, and I've got some copper up around here too. And I already have some infrastructure over there. So maybe that would be the better place, because I know that over here where the coal is, I know that there is, there's an iron node up here. There's a copper node out here. There's a rubite node over here. And then I could work on my kind of bridge structure going across here. That could be fun. But I don't have any good way to get out there at the moment. So maybe I extend that out that way. And that'll just kind of work on the next thing. Charles says, I'll do both then. To continue, it's N equals parentheses target pressure, parentheses the press you want, end parentheses minus. And now he just deleted it, and I can no longer read it. Okay. Anyways. So if that has to go all the way out there, we're going to need a ridiculous amount of stuff. And we'll probably want to pick up some of the iron, but I might want to run the iron along the floor instead. But I mean, I'm still going to need like all the brass though. I'm just not producing enough here. Wait, what? Is it because the copper is backed up, or is there some other reason? Because if it's because the copper's backed up, okay. Copper's moving. Okay. And the zinc should also be moving. Okay, so the zinc is backed up a little bit. Okay. Just kind of what I wanted. Okay, so Charles says N equals parentheses target pressure minus current pressure, end parentheses divided by R times temperature, then volume pump setting is equal to N over mole per liter. Alright. You know I'm not going to remember this, right? And if I needed to figure it out, I just would just do it. I just run the math myself. I'm fairly good at math, surprisingly. Didn't used to be. Like in high school, like I hated math. But then in college, I had a good professor. And he was, well, a little odd, we'll say. But very, very smart. Had done jobs like all over the world, which is kind of insane. Alright, so what do you need? You need molten copper. Okay, so I'm using too much copper. Make up your mind. It's either not enough copper or too much copper. And this is just bronze here, so... I just wanted to work, man. Okay, so I've got... What if I just turn off one of these completely? Like, what is that going to do with our copper? Is that going to just increase because we're not using it anymore? Questionable. Or are we not producing enough copper because we're not producing enough copper? Oh, looks like we got plenty of copper here. Somewhat. Does that not have enough copper going in here? Okay, so then what is your deal? You need to use more zinc. I'm so confused. Let's see. Charles says, I'm good at math, but knowing the proper formulas and how to use them, that's what I needed to know. Ah. Oh, I remember a lot of stuff that I did in my physics class in college, so... I actually aced that class. I think I was one of only 2 people in the entire class that did. But I mean, it was all like super easy stuff. And it's just like, how do you guys not get this? But then again, you know, it's just me being rude. Okay, so if we get too much zinc, then we're not producing copper. So if I take the zinc out of here and let it just kind of run, would that help me at all? And then I suppose I could, yeah, okay, so now that's producing more copper, okay. Of course, the zinc is also picking up rather quickly too. And that's all of our molten copper there. Okay, so then if I also emptied this all out, I don't want to do that because I need all of this zinc to be over there by the bronze, or brass. Dude, balancing in Satisfactory Plus is insane. And what I'm contemplating in my head right now is just a bad idea, and that's a complete redesign of this entire facility. Using, you know, modern belts, faster belts, and then combining things and having overload, or not overload, but overflow systems. Because, I mean, if you think about it, right, this is, what, 360 items right here? That could all fit onto a single Mark IV belt. And, like, same thing over here. I think we've got 6 of these lines, right? 7. Okay, we have 7 of these lines. 7 times 60 is 420. And that can also all fit onto a single 480 belt. And that would give me more room in the middle here, which I could then potentially use for something. Alright, so do we have more copper coming in at all? Like, at all? Charles says, I remember from my calculus class senior year from high school, back when the dinos roamed the earth, we were given a problem to solve. It was, and then the comment ends, building up suspense. Okay, so that is still moving really, really slow. Oh, and that takes tin anyways, so that's from the rubite. Okay, it's taking too long. I've got too much stuff, and it's all moving all at once. Charles says you have a box that's total surface area is a 12 by 18 inch paper. What is the size of the box? Oh, is equal to a 12 by 18 in paper. Is this box a perfect square? It is a rectangle? Is it octagonal? What is the shape of the box? That is the first question that I would ask. And then if it is square in shape, is it a perfect square? Or is it rectangular but mostly square? These are all questions that I would have to know. It's a cube, so all sides being equal, right? So assuming that it's got 6 sides and all sides are equal, so then your total area of the box, total surface area is equal to, 6 times the surface area of a single side. So then you'd figure out what your square footage is, or square inch, whatever, for your paper, which is 12 by 18, which is 180 plus 360, which is 2160. Okay, so then you take that, you divide that by 6, and then you square it, or square root it. And then that would give you your length and width of each side. Now, I'm probably wrong. Probably wrong. But that's my first impression. First thought, I guess. All right, look, I need brass. I need brass. I need brass. You need to make more brass, sir. You're too slow. Or I need to make another factory, which is going to be a pain. I mean, granted, there should be... the answer is 6 inches. And he just deleted the comment again. Viking, welcome. Let's see, 2160 divided by 6. What is that? See, 360. So 30, yeah, 360. Yeah. Yeah. That works out. Because 2160, or yeah, 2160 divided by 6 should be 360, right? And 360 square root of that, well, 36, I should say. Square root of 36 is 6. Okay. Alright, so I do have some brass here, but it's not going to be anywhere near what I need. It'd be useful if I could just, like, grab it all. Answer is 6 inches. It took me a full sheet of paper to figure it out. There was another student that took just the 12 by 18 rectangle and divided it into 6 squares. Yeah, that works out too. I need this to go faster. I am impatient, and I need things to go as quickly as they possibly can. course, now that is going to be limiting, because I think I gotta update the belts up there on the top too. Okay, so there's 190 brass. Wish there was like a faster way to make the brass, or like a different way to make it. Using a foundry or something, that would be great. I doubt it though. Charles says, yeah, the rest of us felt dumb, thus that's why I still remember it. Aha. I mean, I calculated it in my head, so, eh. And we have no more. Yeah, no more brass. Okay. Is there a way to force... Yes, there is. Shut off all of the copper bark production. That would do it. Okay. Or just stop all the copper production. That would probably work too. Is copper over here? I think copper might be over here. Nope, that's lead. Okay. Oh, right. It's over here stacked. Okay, I gotcha. Alright. So that is full. Okay. But is it full up here, too? Well, yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so then that should mean that it's full over here. Right? But it's not full over here. Why? Okay, that's our zinc. We have plenty of zinc. What I don't have is copper. Okay, then I will turn off the rest of the copper production. That is lead. No, that is not lead. Oh, that's steam. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you are going to turn off. And you are going to turn off. And that is tin, which I don't really care too much about. Wait, hold on. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, it's this one, right? Okay. So now that should be sending all of the molten copper into here. Supposedly. But I'm not seeing it come through. I don't think I need a pump on it. Okay, so is that like filling this yet? No? Do I actually need a pump on this thing? I shouldn't. I mean, maybe I do. No, this is the bronze coming up anyways. Copper is under the floor. Man. Oh, I could turn this one off too, because this is probably using up copper as well. There we go. Now it's filling up. All that just to make a little bit of brass. Insane. Talking about calculus, my professor in calculus, which was the one that made me interested in math again, he was, I mean, the final class that I had with him was calculus, but I started off like with like applied math or something, which is like a mixture of algebra and trig, I guess. Okay, so now we're actually making brass. That's good. And he gave us this really, at the time, we all had graphing calculators that were required, and a lot of these graphing calculators had functions on there where you could put in an equation and it would actually give you the answer, or it could simplify terms if it was algebra or something like that. So it could do all of that stuff. And then there was also, this is also when Wolfram Alpha, which is a website, was kind of first being implemented as kind of like a, you know, math, I guess, website type thing. And so he liked to come up with problems that could not be solved by the calculator and also could not be solved by Wolfram Alpha. And so one of the ones that he came up with involved a really long equation that you had to solve, right? Simplify, basically. And the thing is, like, once you went, like, 8 steps through the solving of it or whatever, like, you ended up with a duplicate of what you had at the first step, right? So, I mean, just one side was the same, though. But the thing is, like, it threw a lot of people off because they weren't expecting, you know, that. And so, like, a lot of people would start overthinking they did something wrong, and so they'd do it again. But, you know, I was fairly confident at that time in my math abilities, and so I took that, and, you know, the top step and the bottom step, or the first step and the 8th step, I guess, and I took out the two sides that were the same, and then I took the other side, which was not the same, and I set those equal to each other. So this is the transitive law, so A equals B. Well, sorry, if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C, right? So I used that to solve it, and once I did that, I think it only took like another 6 lines of, you know, moving things around or whatever to actually solve it. And he did this thing, like, at the beginning of class or whatever, like, after he looked at everyone's work or whatever, if someone did something in, like, a unique way, or they found, like, a faster way to do something, or if they, I don't know, found some shortcut somewhere, like, he would always mention it, right? And then he would, like, go over, like, what they did and how they came up with it, and then ask them questions, of course, to see, like, you know, what they were thinking of when they did it, et cetera, so on. Now, part of it, I'm sure, was just to kind of make sure that they knew what they were doing and it wasn't someone else doing their work for them. But on this particular one, he called me out because he had never seen anyone ever solve that particular equation in that way. So I was like the first one that he had ever seen. And dude was old, like he was like 68 or something, right? I mean, granted, that's at the time I thought that was old. I was what, like 20 something at the time. So I thought that was old, but nowadays is like 68. Dude, like I've seen 80-year-olds like running track. It's like 68 ain't nothing. But yeah, so that kind of stuck with me a little bit. Okay, so we're actually producing brass now, which is amazing. Which makes me happy. So we have 350 something brass. I don't know how much I need, so I'm going to stop at like 400. And I'm just going to let this kind of build up a little bit. Let it build up again. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And like, I did get called out a few more times on a couple of other problems, but like I was not like the most called out person. Like there was this one guy who was just like straight up genius in the class, and like he was always finding like new weird ways of solving like really complex equations like really simply. And so he was getting called out constantly, but I don't know. I thought it was interesting. So sorry, we're talking about math memories and whatnot. Alright, so let's see if I can get this thing unlocked finally, and then maybe I can stop making all the brass. It's annoying. Alright. I need 110 more. Okay. Alright. Don't mind me. This is like manual crafting, only slightly faster. And then another thing that I probably should do is turn this thing back on and have this thing go back in there so I can continue making these parts. I need another 3433. Yeah, 3,433 of those things. It's a lot. But we'll let it go, so that'll be fine. With this, I can unlock this and we can finally start making some other stuff. So there is our advanced ore processing. Alright, now that just requires the invar. This also requires invar. Purified stuff there. Alright. This one I could do. Oh, I just needed more of these things. Okay, good. Alright, well I've got them, so as soon as that comes back, we'll be able to work on that one. So, this can go there. And that is pretty much all the parts that I need for... Wait, no, I need 500. I need 361. Okay, so I have 600. Okay, it's a little much. Okay, so we'll go with 400. That should be enough. And it won't use up that much space. All right. Charles says, it's funny when we discover an easy or odd way to solve problems, that's what we remember. Yeah. Well, math is just kind of funny that way, in that if you think about something long enough, like you can always find different ways of doing things, which I think is always interesting. Okay, so now we need to figure out what we're doing with all of this stuff. So we have this ore washer, which requires plastic and rubber. Okay, well we have all of that. So let's head up here. We'll probably have to do all the ore washing up here too. Oh, hey, where plastic? Hello? Where did all the plastic go? Did I use all the plastic? Dude. Is it the diesel that we're full on again? Probably. Oh, we have no diesel. Why do we have no diesel? We have no diesel because we have no heavy oil residue. We have no heavy oil residue because... It's not because of the hydrocarbons, because we don't have those either. Okay, so what are we missing over here? Purified crude oil. Okay, so we're out of purified crude oil, apparently. And then raw sludge is full. We have all the raw sludge, all the water. Okay, so... Oh, wow, that is full of water. That is a lot of water. I kind of don't want to waste it, to be honest. And then this is all just crushed magnesium and whatnot. Crushed iron and crushed magnesium, okay. So, I guess we're going to dump 2,400 liters of water just to get this whole process running again? Dude. Okay. I mean, we're going to have to use this water. Like, it's got to go somewhere. I could run it down and connect it to water that I may or may not have down here somewhere. I wonder if that's water. No, I don't think that's water right there. I don't know where my nearest water is. Okay, so I have water under here. That's probably a water line right there. So if I could attach into that, could be interesting. Alright, so let us get up here. And then, okay, so we're going to need to be basically right in the middle. Yep, okay. So, let us get this down to here. That'll be good there. Alright. And that's just, you know, temporary, I guess. Well, I mean, I suppose it could make it a bit more permanent. So let's do one of these things. And then we can take this out. And then, let's see, we're gonna need walls, inverted, and there. Okay. And then we can run this. I'm gonna run a 600 line down here, or a 300 line, I guess. Kind of what that would have to be. Alright, and then that could run straight down onto here, but I have to see what's in it first. I think this is water. Yeah. Okay, so now if we do that, and we run our Mark II straight down, then we could run this over here, and then just run this down over to here. Easy peasy. Okay. So that will give the water some place to go. I don't think that's going to use up all of the water, though. Charles says, I posted the PID on your last Vulcan video. Great. And now other people can read it. Yay. Alright, so did I make this line here a Mark II? I did not. Okay, so we're going to do that. We'll do it with the indicator. Autosave, you killing me. Alright, so that can go to there. Hope I have enough parts for all of this. Oh wow. Yeah, I need a lot more water pipes than I thought I did. Which means I'm gonna need a lot more of the brass pipes than I thought I did. And they're all being used right now. So hopefully they're not all gone, because that would kind of suck. Are they all gone? They're probably all gone. And I'm going to be sad. Ooh, they're not all gone yet. Good. Alright, I'm going to take 200. You know what? I'm going to take all of them. Okay. Now we need to get all the rest of this up to date. Now I need steel screws. Okay, those are over here. I have lots of brass over here. So I think one thing I might do here is I'm going to take this out and I'm going to run in a storage container here. Apparently you don't want to go here, so let's see. So let me go directly under here. Okay, so we're in line here. That'll go out to the middle. All right. Right. Yeah. So that'll go out to here. Okay, and then just the X Mark III going into there. All right. And that can go back over to here. Now that can fill up with all of our brass. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of it. But yeah, so that should be good. But we shall see. All right, steel screws. Let's grab another, I don't know, 1,000 of those. Probably don't need those to be Mark IIs. So let's change these back to Mark Is. Because I think these are coming out of the solidifiers. So I don't think I need that. But for the main line here, that does absolutely need to be Mark II. And then Mark III once I get to that point. Alright. So that should hopefully allow us a bit more throughput on our water. Hoping. I mean, we should have like a lot of water being produced in here. So we shouldn't need to grab too much from outside. But yeah, hopefully that will help all of that out. Okay. So now they've got that sorted. Our Fix-It Assembly Part 3 will be the next thing. And there it comes. Look at that. Just barely misses all of that. Ta-da! Nice. Okay. And then we're going to send you right back off. Alright. So that's good. Give it another 10 minutes, that'll come back. Alright. Now. Charles says, I made a note about tanks and negative numbers. Okay. Right, I need to go up this way. Alright. Okay, so we are making plastic again. Good. And we're gonna need some rubber as well. So I'll grab some of that, I guess. Alright. So now I can make the thing. And then we gotta figure out how this whole thing works. So I don't know if I've gotten this far before, but... Okay, so then if we miss... Okay, so we have to plug in all of the crushed. And then we get purified. Yes, that's just regular crushed, and then so it's 60 to 60, so it's 1 to 1. So we're literally just washing it. And then this is made here and consumed in a flexible blast furnace with oxygen, specifically, and methane. Then that gives us molten magnesium and slag. Let's go here. And if we put dirty water through a fluid conditioner with lime dust, then we get some of the water back plus all of this purified stuff. Purified lead, zinc, magnesium, deuterium, tin, copper, iron. Okay, so then where do we get our invar? Nope. Invar. Molten invar. Can I still not make this? Like, what's... Well, let's just plug some stuff in and see what we can get out of it. Seems like a good idea. Then fluid sender to grab the water out. So that'll go... Oh, that's gotta turn around. Okay. Okay, so ore washer. That gets to go over here somehow. That can go into there. And then this, of course, needs to be plugged in somewhere. Where's the nearest plug? Over here? Okay. And then these also need to be plugged in. And then this guy, we're just gonna run it straight up into there. Should have enough head lift, hopefully. Just gonna run some water out of this. We're gonna run... What do I have for crushed? Do I have any crushed in here? Crushed magnesium. I can't do anything with molten magnesium though, so there's that. Okay, so that's all the crushed stuff I've got. That's... Okay, so... Wait, no. How do I get the purified... Okay, so how do I get the crushed cobalt? Oh. So how do I get the invar then? I can get molten invar. How do I get the invar plates and whatnot? Do I not have that unlocked yet? I'm confused. Okay. I am a little confused right now. Am I missing a step here? Oh. This is what I'm missing. And for that I need purified cobalt. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So for this, I think we have to start a new factory from scratch because we're going to need a whole bunch of stuff in here. And it's all got to feed each other, and it's just it's going to be a pain. It's going to be a pain. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, then I might as well do some of these. And I think I could do 6 of these, right? With the inventory that I have? Question mark. Alright, we'll just pick up as much as we can, I guess. Okay, so that can go there. Okay. And then we're gonna need a bunch of this. Okay. And then we're gonna need a whole bunch of this. Okay. And then some more of this. Okay. Whole bunches of this. How much space do I have? Not enough. Okay. What do I have that I don't need in here right now? Kind of need everything in here right now. Yeah, I kind of need everything. I think I have enough to get it all up there though, so all I need to do is just grab a full stack of concrete and we should be able to make more stuff. Or extend our thing. And it looks like the eggs are backed up again, so... Okay, so that'll be good there. Good. Okay. So they'll be happy for a little bit longer. Alright, so now I get to go and up this thing, if I can get over there. Alright. Alright, and now we wait. Got lots of solder coming in still, which is good. Charles says, did you look up Shipbreaker? No, I have not had time to look it up yet. I've been concerned with other things, like my air conditioning breaking, and setting up appointments for people to come out and look at it, and then my garage opener breaking, and then getting that ordered, and I gotta pick it up tomorrow, and I gotta work on that. And then also, the people coming out to look at the condenser are also gonna come out tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Alright, so you can go to here. That looks good. And Charles is asking if I at least looked into the intro song. I have looked at nothing regarding Shipbreaker. Zero, zilch, nada, nothing. Last one. Good. Alright. Now, how close did that get us? Okay, so there is the 3 iron nodes right there. Dirt node, our initial dirt node is right there. We still have to get way over there. So we have a ways to go. I don't see any other nodes here except for those, and those I'll just transport along the ground. I'm not going to bring them all the way up here. But once I get over to that area, and honestly, with the way that this is looking, it's going to be more like over at the ramp over there. Then we can work on setting up some stuff over here. But I suppose what I should do is start stringing up the power. So at least we can get power out there. Now, granted, I know that I've already got power out there, but I want to have the power, you know, through this. I don't get it properly routed, you know what I mean? Did that just drop down? Oh, no. Oh, right. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm expecting this little hiccup right here. Okay. There we go. So that'll be good there. Okay. Everything else otherwise is good to go, so. Charles says, I hate when this thing called life gets in my way. Well, I mean, if you didn't have life, you wouldn't have anything to get in the way of. Alright, so I'm going to run, yeah, I can't open up the queue menu while in here, so, alright. Let's go back into our blueprints. We're going to take another 6 straight sections. Alright, good to go. Alright, so that will run me over to here. I'm going to need more glass. Basically more of everything at this point. Alright, so let's just run over to here. We'll start down here though. Pick it all up in order. And that should be fairly good. Alright. So there is that done. Need some more of this. A lot more of that. Then screws, tons of screws. Okay, then iron wire. Well, sheets first, I suppose. Don't need too many more of those. Iron wire, however, we need a lot of. And then it's just glass and concrete. Okay. So, glass. Easy enough. And then concrete. I'm going to have to get rid of one of the glass. There we go. Okay. Concrete fills up the rest, and then we're good to go. Alright. Alright, so that is doing a thing. Autosave, you killing me here. There we go. Okay, so that will get us everything that we need. So now I just need to get to this. Working again. And by working again, I mean get me all the way over there so I can start putting up more stuff. Alright. And then another thing I get to try to do is to see if I can get a functioning train network inside of here. So I have to be able to make like turns, like going into here or whatever. And I don't think I can make this turn. I mean, not unless I cut that off a lot, but I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. We'll just go up the ladder, I guess. Not as fast, but you know, gets the job done. All right. Okay, now we'll run all the way out to here without falling off, preferably. Alright, and now all I need to do is complete putting these things on. Alright, here we go. Okay, so there is that side done. Getting a little closer. Thinking we're probably going to need another 18 sections, at least. Maybe even 24 sections. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Charles says, do you have the space for a roundabout? I don't know. I'd have to test it out. The idea here is that I wouldn't need the roundabout. I would just have, you know, the rails kind of running into each other around the turns, and then, like, depending on which way you need to go, you'll just follow a certain path. And then I can make a roundabout, you know, section so a train can turn around if they need to. Okay, now we need to get another 6 of those up. It's probably what most of this episode is going to be. Or the rest of the episode anyways. We've got another 12 minutes. Just building more sections. I'll have to put in a T section over there and then put another, you know, end section. Over where we need to have our factory, so I can just kind of run straight into it. Alright, let me go through here. Alright, so first things first. Oh, right. Blueprint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay, good to go. Wow, we're full again. That's cool. Okay, so that was easy. And then screws are going to be the slow part. Or the limiting part, I should say. And then this is rods. Okay. Bunch of plates. Plates might be a limiting factor too. Okay, and then just concrete and glass. Alright. Oh, and that's actually backing up into here? Dude, I have a lot of glass. That makes shopping a little bit easier. There we go. Let's put down another 6 sections. Alright, let's go here. Don't mind me, I'm just flying around in a circle. Alright. Okay. Charles is writing comments and then deleting them. Also, why did my modular frame stall? I need that to be making stuff. Alright. Really? That hurt? You okay? Alright. This will be the last one. Alright, good to go. Let's see. Charles says, this is overdue. I know a few days ago I spoke of my understanding of natural gas law and not understanding. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need a bunch more just to get over there. The iron node, I believe, is right over there. And then our copper node, I believe, is right there, or over there, one of the two. I don't know if it's rendered yet. And then our rubite is going to be over there. So it's everything that we need to make, you know, all of the new stuff, I suppose. And I wonder if I should just, like, stop and just have it, I don't know, just be bars or something? I don't know. Alright, and this should probably be moved back to here, or at least to half there. So let's do that real quick, because I know I'm going to need it. So, just thinking in the future here. Okay. And hypertube entrance. There we go. And there we go. Okay. And I also need to get these down there too. Alright. And Charles is still saying that he's mad that he got trolled. Basically. Trolls be trolls, Charles. Trolls be trolls. And you have to remember that human nature is always going to be people trying to get a one-up on everyone else. They want to be the best, the smartest in the room. What they don't know, though, is that people who are actually smart can spot that crap a mile away. And it's like, for me especially, like when I hear some of these people who accept like a new managerial position or something like that, and they give like a speech or something and they're using words incorrectly, I'm like, dude, come on. Like, you are not a smart person. But they're trying to sound smart, which is stupid. Alright, so that'll be there. Then that is there. Good. And then this is going to be our screws again. More. Okay. That can go there. You were... Charles, you're getting too hung up on people's position, their job, and forgetting that trolls be trolls. It doesn't matter. Like, you could be the CEO of a company and still be a troll. I mean, look at Elon Musk, right? He trolls people all the time. But then again, he's also smarter than the people that he trolls, so... And they're just... Most of the time they don't get that he's actually trolling them, and then they take it seriously, and it's like Don Lemon. That dude is not smart. But he tries to sound smart, and he tries to look smart. Alright, so more of that. Good. So, when I say you got trolled, Charles, you did get trolled. You got trolled by an engineer. And that engineer was a troll. And besides, he might not have even been an actual engineer. He might have just been saying he's an engineer. Because there's a lot of people who do that too. It's like, oh, I'm not impressive just being myself, so let's make something up. That annoys me more than anything, especially if I find out that people are lying to me. That, yeah, no, we're not friends at that point. And what's worse is when like people lie to me thinking that I'm not going to catch them in the lie because they think that they're smarter than me. And it's like, dude, really? And those people I just stay away from entirely. All right, straight section, get her done. Now keep in mind, like each section of, or each 6 sections of this is actually 36 frames or foundations that we're moving over. So this should get us fairly close. Yep. We still need to go like another 2 or 3 sections. It's fine though, we're getting there. And then I can get rid of these towers and the power lines running along the ground, because all of our power will be running up here. Which, you know, if you're going to have a superstructure, that's exactly how you want it to be. Charles says, you're at a car crash and you come up and say, I'm a doctor. Should I say you are trolling? Let me rephrase that for you. I'm at a car crash and some guy claiming to be a doctor comes up and starts laughing at me because I don't know how to treat a sucking chest wound. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't try to help out. He just laughs at me because I don't know how to do something as, quote, simple, unquote, as a sucking chest wound. Then, yes, I would say that he is trolling. Which is exactly what that guy did to you, from what I understand. Charles says, that's an IRL situation, I know, but I should respect you're not lying and your in Discord name is colored different and it seems you know what you're talking about with others. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're an engineer. And again, even if he was a full-fledged engineer, he's still a troll. You got trolled, Charles. You got trolled. Dude was not a very nice dude. I don't know how many other ways I can say it to you. You got trolled. And if he's an engineer, you got trolled by an engineer. And I can guarantee you that even though this is still bugging you right now today, he's probably not even thinking about it. Viking says, technically, a nurse or doctor could lose their license if they helped someone that didn't want to be saved. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate, unless they change the Hippocratic Oath. I believe that if you have the capability to help someone and someone is in distress, you are obligated to help them. And I believe the law offers protections for you if you run into that kind of a situation. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the purpose of the Hippocratic Oath. But like I said, I could be wrong. Viking says, I'm sure my wife is a nurse. Well, then that's messed up. Because if you have the capability to help someone and you don't, I believe you can also get punished. I could be wrong about that though too. But then again, that could also be my military training speaking. Because they tell us if you have the capability, even if you're not like a corpsman or something like that, to help someone, like who got shot or something like that, and you have the skills or whatever, or even if you think you have the skills to help them, you're obligated to do it, and if you don't, you get in trouble. Because if that guy dies because you did nothing, that's on you. You could have done something and you chose not to. Viking says it wouldn't be jail time, just a lawsuit. Yeah, but still, like, you never know how those things are going to go. And lawsuits are determined by a jury of your, quote, peers. Even if they don't know you, don't know what you do, or what your skills are, or what your life experience is, or what kind of a person you are. But they're still your peers somehow. I don't know. I don't like our current legal system. Because, like, take a certain high-profile lawsuit that just happened in New York. And when I'm talking high-profile, I mean the highest profile. So, one, it was supposedly a trial by a jury of the defendant's peers. Okay, so you're in an area that leans only one way politically, and the person that's being tried is on the other side. And you're expecting a fair trial out of that? Nah. But that's the law, that's the Constitution. You were tried by a jury of your peers, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you weren't. It's just, I don't know, it's stupid. Viking says, yeah, that's different. The government doesn't want to lose assets, I suppose. I mean, hell, we're all veterans here anyways, so we should all know the military stuff, right? But then again, I suppose the people who are watching in the future don't, or aren't, well, maybe they're not. They may just be civilians, not veterans or anything. Former military, whatever you want to call it. So, I don't know. They might not know. I don't know. That's why I explain myself so much, even though I probably don't have to. Alright, and we're past 8:30, so this will probably be the last set that I put out here. But hopefully this will get us to where we need to be. Or at least close to it. And then we can guesstimate out where the next, because I mean we're gonna have to put in a T section, right? And then that's gonna go over to our left a little bit. Yeah, we can still go out a little bit more this way. All right. All right, so that'll be it there. Yeah, we still have to go another full 6 sections, but there's our copper. There's our iron right there. I thought it was over there, but it's right there. Tons of coal down here. So there's 4 nodes of coal. I think they're all normal. We've got some additional dirt nodes here. And then the rubite is down behind there, I believe. So if I can pull all of that, so this iron, that copper, and that limestone over there, and run them through our new advanced alloy system, I should be able to get everything that we need. And then this thing can go over the forest section, and then we can start plundering that, I guess. And then this this canyon section through here is actually really, really nice once you get towards the end there. And then towards the edge over there, there's a bunch of geysers, if you want like some, intermittent power. There's a bunch of them over there at the end. And then I saw this one YouTube video where a guy like took this entire corridor and just like made like a full, I mean, it was like a base that was like inside the corridor, but like he like integrated like the trees and all that other stuff into it. So it looked amazing. So it's kind of something that I would like to do. And also I think one of those is a coal node, the other one is a dirt node. The coal node will no longer be there once 1.0 comes out. So we're going to be losing whatever coal that is. That's fine though. And then of course over there in the beach area, there's a bunch of oil. So we can pull that eventually. And then up on there is a bunch of uranium. So if I need that, I can pull from there as well. And there's our flying manta ray dude over there, way off in the distance. Doing a thing. Charles says, how do nurses, doctors fare with Good Samaritan laws? For me, if I try to perform help, I can't get sued, but as a trained medical person, y'all know more. If you provide medical help as best as y'all can, y'all protected. It's a lot of y'alls, y'all. I believe that you still have some amount of protection, but I think they went and changed. I could be wrong about this, but I thought that they went and changed the Hippocratic Oath or whatever. Because, I mean, like, the first is, the first do no harm. Right? So, and then with that part right there, that's the one that obligated people who know how to help people. Because by not doing something, you are doing harm. But I think they changed that. But again, I don't know. I'm not a nurse or doctor or anything, so I'm just guessing off of stuff that I barely remember reading from years and years ago. Alright, so our superstructure is extended quite a bit, so that's good. Eventually we'll be able to just kind of like run everything everywhere, which will be interesting. Can't imagine like just how much volume I'm gonna have in these pipes if I have all of them hooked up too. It's gonna be insane. Charles says, IRL, if I'm with a medical issue of someone else and you come up and say I'm a nurse doctor, by default I'll listen to a nurse doc to do X. I mean, I would hope that people would not go up and say that they're a doctor if they actually aren't. But again, it comes down to, human beings. They could have just read a lot, and so they know how to, treat something or do something, but they don't have an actual license. So like me, right? Like I can combat medical trained, right? I can treat a lot of wounds, gunshot wounds, slice wounds, stab wounds, sucking chest wounds, you name it. I can do splints, like basically all the stuff that we're trained to do, right? Let's see, Viking says, as a medical professional, you have to have insurance just for your license. Dude. That seems like a lot. Alright, let's see how we're doing over here. Oh wow, we are way above our use right now. That is insane. We are 2,800 kilowatts above what we need. I mean, we're almost caught up with like what our maximum consumption would be. That's crazy. All right, but anyways, it is past 8:30, and I do have work in the morning, unfortunately. I'm going to be taking a half day today, but I have to go and pick up my garage door opener at the Home Depot, and then I have to try to install that while, the heating cooling guys come over and take a look at my condenser. Tomorrow's going to be busy. And then I got to do the live stream tomorrow too, so that's going to be going back to Stationeers. Yeah. So that'll be fun. I'm going to try to start at 6 tomorrow like I have been doing for the past few weeks. However, if for whatever reason the heating cooling guy comes later, and I need to be out there babysitting him or whatever, or helping out, then obviously I can't stream while I'm doing that. So we'll see how it goes. And then also I want to see if I can get the garage door installed tomorrow too. I'm going to be doing that all by myself, but I should be able to figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So Viking says, yeah, it's definitely not cheap, but it is for lawyers. Okay. And then Viking says, good night, Zero. Thanks for the stream. You are welcome, sir. And that is going to be it for me. You guys know what's going on. I don't have to do my outro again, so that's all I got. So have a good one. Charles says 6 Central Standard Time. I don't know. It depends on when the heating cooling guys get here. If they get here later and I have to babysit them for a while, it's going to be later. So I'll try to schedule it. It'll be on the hour, so it'll be either 6 or 7 or something like that. But I don't know. I'm not going to know until tomorrow, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But that is all I got. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and